It's really a pleasure to be here today to really talk about Terranga and how excited we are for 2017. And as you look at Terranga, as we diversify our asset base and we grow our scale, we believe that that should have a corresponding change in the valuation of our company. As the next multi-asset, mid-tier West African gold company, we are in a strong position to be able to execute on our growth strategy. We have an operating asset that is generating free cash flow. We have a fully permitted development asset in our pipeline. We have a large land package on prospective gold belts in West Africa, and we've got a $15 million exploration budget to pursue some very prospective targets that we've got. We've got a strong team with a lot of depth, from exploration through development, operations, to M&A and CSR. We think that in West Africa, to be successful, you've got to have a strong social license. And we're pleased to say that a few weeks ago in Toronto at the large PDAC event, we were honored with the 2017 Environmental and Social Award at a black tie event. And that's something that we're very proud of and is very important to us and will be very important as we grow this company. We've got a strong and flexible balance sheet. But one of the things that actually makes us unique is the fact that we've got a cornerstone investor in David Mimran. David's from Geneva. He owns 20% of Terranga. And David is very supportive of our growth strategy, both in his words and his actions. David and his family are the largest private employer in 2 of the 3 jurisdictions in which we operate. He's on our board, and he's a very active board member. And when you think about someone who's been active in this region for more than 60 years, it provides an unparalleled network and understanding of how to do business in West Africa. And so what all this means for us is that we've got the ability to not only fund a very prospective exploration program, but the balance sheet to be able to move our next project into development. So when you look at where we're located in West Africa. And West Africa has been one of the fastest growing regions in the world for gold production over the last quarter century. West Africa produces half of African gold, a total of 8.6 million ounces in 2015. And shockingly, for those who have been in the industry for some time, we almost produce as much gold as North America does. And we believe in a few short years, West Africa will overtake North America in terms of gold production. It is a region that's got growth and a lot of potential, and because of that, you're seeing more and more of the large and mid-cap producers come to West Africa. So a lot of things have happened since I first presented here last March for Terranga. At Sabodala, our flagship operation, in 2016, we recorded record production results and record low unit costs, as well as we took measures to both de-risk and optimize our flagship operation. 2016 was also the year of growth and diversification, with the acquisition of a large land package in Côte d'Ivoire and the acquisition of an Australian company, Griffin Minerals, that gave us 3 assets in Burkina Faso. The fully permitted Banfour development project, as well as 2 advanced stage exploration projects, Golden Hill and Gorma. And while 2016 was a very good year for us, we think 2017 is going to be an outstanding year for us. There are 3 reasons why we're so excited. First is we expect strong operating results from our flagship Sabodala mine. Second, we're focused on completing the Banfour feasibility study and moving that project into construction later this year. And third, we've got a tremendous exploration package and a number of opportunities, and this could be the year of the drill bit for us. So why am I so excited about Sabodala? Well, first and foremost, it is a solid operating asset that generates free cash flow and really is a solid platform for growth and value creation for us as we move through the course of this year and beyond. Last year, Sabodala produced a record 217,000 ounces of gold. This year, we expect a similar, if not a better year. And when you look at Sabodala, at the time of the IPO, we had 1.4 million ounces in reserves. Since that point, we've produced over 1.2 million ounces. And through exploration and acquisition, we've added more than 2 million ounces. So today, we've got about 2.5 million ounces left to produce. We've got a 13-year mine life, but based on the exploration results we're seeing, we're optimistic that the current mine life will be extended as we increase reserves and near-term production and extend that mine life. The second reason why we're so excited is the fact that we've now got this fully permitted Band 4 development project, which we believe will be the second producing mine for us. So in terms of the key milestones as we work our way through the current year, first and foremost is the completion of an updated feasibility study, which we expect to have by the end of the second quarter. And then assuming that that's positive, board approval of construction as well as financing, and then moving into construction later this year. And what we really like about Band 4 is it's actually going to be a carbon copy of our current Sabodala operation. We're actually going to build the same CIL facility at Band 4. And what that does for us, it lowers both the construction and operating risk, and therefore lowers both capital and operating costs. Once built, Band 4 could increase production by as much as or more than 50%. So we believe that adding this second asset will be a game changer for Terranga. So on top of our producing asset and our development project, what really excites us is the exploration potential of our land package. We've got properties on 3 prolific gold belts in West Africa. We've got the best team that we've ever got, and we're looking to move forward. We're going to spend between $12 and $15 million this year, and that's the base. If we have success, we've got the ability with our balance sheet to increase our exploration spend. So if you don't mind, I'll just spend a few minutes and take you through some of the exploration opportunities that we see before us. First and foremost, we'll start in Senegal, where our producing asset is. And our focus here at Sabodala is converting resources to reserves at Nakaferi. Nakaferi is on the mine license. It's got a reserve of 300,000 ounces and over 700,000 ounces in the various categories of reserves and resources. It is our #1 target in Senegal, and we're finally able to drill that. It's taken us 6 years to gain access to that. It's located around a community. We now have access to drill that. We started drilling in December, and we've got 4 drills turning as we speak. We announced a press release about 3 weeks ago from the initial results, and those initial results are showing that we're able to connect some of these pits together as well as extend the mineralization at depth. We expect to have continued success at Nakaferi, and we will update the reserve and resource base at June 30th, and assuming we continue to have success that we're having today, we'll have a further reserve update at the end of the year. As we turn our attention to Band 4, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have a technical report completed by the middle of the year. But one of the things I'd like to preface is that that technical report will only include 4 of the 15 targets and reserves. We conducted a drill program last year, a diamond drill program. We drilled out those 4 deposits, and that'll be the reserve that we'll announce. But there's a lot more opportunities we see at Band 4. And it really is quite similar to where Sabodala started out. Our predecessor company that actually constructed Sabodala, they started off with about 1 million ounces in reserves, and then over the next 8 years produced roughly about 1.5 million ounces. and we still have 2.5 million ounces in reserves and a mine life that'll take us into the 2030s. We have the same optimism that we'll have the same type of success ultimately at Banfora. And so as I mentioned, with the Griffin acquisition, we actually picked up 3 properties, the Banfora project, as well as 2 advanced exploration properties. Gorma is earlier stage, it's in the eastern part of the country, but Golden Hill is the target that we're quite excited about, and we expect to have some results shortly on. So Golden Hill, Griffin had identified about a dozen drill targets, and we started drilling some of those, and we expect to start getting results back shortly. And what we love about Golden Hill is the address. It's located on the Hundu Belt in Burkina Faso. This may be one of the most prospective gold belts over the last decade. When you look at that address, you've got Semifo with their Mana project in the north, adjacent to Roxgold Yaramoko mine that they just completed. It's a high-grade underground mine. You've got Endeavour, which has the property adjacent to us, and they're building the Hundu project as we speak. And then just south of us is Sarama, and then a Sarama Acacia JV, where Acacia's just taken over, and on that JV, they've already discovered a little over 2 million ounces, and you're going to see an expanded budget there as well. So we think we're in a great location. A lot of great work had been done by the Griffin team in terms of building up the database to the point where as we put drill rigs in, we're not crossing our fingers hoping for success. We expect to have success based on the work that the Griffin team has done. The third jurisdiction that we're located in is Cote d'Ivoire, and a lot of people believe that Cote d'Ivoire is the #1 country in Africa to explore today. We started out last year with 4 exploration licenses. These are earlier stage properties, but already we've made a discovery. On the Guitry property, it's a surface anomaly that is 3 by 6 kilometers. We're seeing grades of up to 9 grams. This is the best target we've seen. When we compare it to Senegal, we haven't seen anything off the mine license nearly this attractive. So we're starting our drill program next week, and hopefully we're going to have some success. And if we do, we've got the balance sheet to be able to expand that program. So as CEO of Terranga, my job is to not only create shareholder value, but also to protect shareholder value. And to do that, what we're looking to do is diversify our asset base and grow our scale. As we've now moved into 3 mining-friendly West African jurisdictions, we've de-risked and optimized our cash-flowing operation, and we've got a balance sheet with $100 million US and a lot of flexibility. However, as I mentioned earlier, what we think truly sets apart from our peers is our cornerstone investor in David Mimran. David's got, a unique and unparalleled network in West Africa and the knowledge of how to do business in the region. And I think that's going to pay huge dividends as we grow this business. So I've talked a lot today about how we're diversifying and growing our company. And when you look at our pipeline, we are moving towards a diversified, multi-asset, mid-tier gold producer. And as we deliver on the catalysts that we've laid out for this year, we have a great opportunity for a re-rate. When you look at the multiples that our peers are trading at, they provide a benchmark for where we believe Terranga can go, as we not only advance our project pipeline, but deliver on the catalysts that I've outlined today for you. So in summary, Terranga is very well positioned in one of the fastest growing gold regions in the world. We have an operating asset that is generating free cash flow. We're on our way to having a second producing asset in a separate jurisdiction. And we've got a very strong exploration team and a very prospective property base that we're exploring. And as I mentioned before, this could be the year of the drill bit for us. And so with this pipeline of projects, we believe that it will provide the platform to create shareholder value not only in the short term, but in the medium and longer term for us. And so with that, Eric, I'll open up to questions.